An Ancestry-Genealogy Guide. Chapter 1. Genealogy, Find Your Ancestry. Basic Genealogy. Most local areas and states have a historical society, genealogy society, public records office and a records archives usually housed at the public library. Refer to a state library to network you into the contact addresses for these entities. Periodicals are The American Genealogist, The Genealogical Helper, National Genealogical Society Quarterly. Genealogy books are at number 929.1 at the library. Genealogy organizations. Board for Certification of Genealogists. POG 14291. Washington, D.C. 20044. bcgcertification.org. Family History Library. Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. 35 Northwest Temple Street, Room 344. Salt Lake City, Utah 84150. FamilyZarch.org. National Genealogical Society. 3108 Columbia Pike No. 300. Arlington, Virginia 22204. NGS-Genealogy.org. Association of Professional Genealogists. 3421 M. St. N.W. Number 236. Washington, D.C. 20007. Referral to local genealogist. African American Family History Association. POG 115268. Atlanta, Georgia 30310. 404-730-4001. Broterbund Genealogy Software. 800-521-6263. Broterbund.com. Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. Family History DEPT. 35 NW Temple. SLC Utah 84150. 800-537-5950. 801-240-2584. LDS.org. Largest family history library in the world. Genealogical Publishing Co. 1001 North Calvert St. Baltimore, Maryland 21202. 800-296-6687. Genealogical.com. Books about genealogy. Library of Congress. Genealogy Room. First St. and Independence Ave. Washington, D.C. 20540. 202-707-5000. lcweb.loc.gov. National Archives and Records. Administration. 8th and Pennsylvania Ave. N.W. Washington, D.C. 20408. 800-234-8861. 202-501-5402. 202-523-3218. nara.gov. They can provide you with general information about a genealogical search if your relatives have been in this country for a long time. National Genealogical Society. 4527 17th St. North. Arlington, Virginia 22207. 703-525-0050. Genealogy.org. Helps you trace your family roots if you are interested in looking up family trees/ancestors. National Genealogical Society. 4527 17th St. North. Arlington, Virginia 22207. 703-525-0050. NGS-Genealogy.org. National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution. 1776 D. St. N.W. Washington, D.C. 20006. 202-628-1776. New England Historical Genealogical Society. 160 North Washington St. Boston, Massachusetts 02114. 888-296-3447. Sales at nehgs.org. nehgs.org. Reunions Magazine. epub 11727. Milwaukee, Wisconsin 53211. 414-263-45567. Fax 414-263-6331. Reunionsmag.com. Family crests / coats of arms. Familycrests.com. Flordelis.com. freeco8sofarms.com. Ships Chandlers. Wilmington, Vermont 05363. 833-75-9469. coatsofarms.com. 500,000 plus names, coats of arms, etc. Genealogy and genetic testing. rootsweb.com. ngsgenealogy.org. africanancestry.com. ancestry-by-dna.com. cindyslist.com/dna. dnaandfamilyhistory.com. dnaheritage.com. dnalist.net. dnaprint.com. familytreedna.com. genbygen.de. genetry.com. geogeny.com. gravesfa.org. molecular-genealogy.byu.edu, Molecular Genealogy Research Project, world's largest genealogy database. oxfordancestors.com, Britain. relativegenetics.com. roperld.com/littlegenetics. rootsforreal.com. savin.org. tracegenetics.com. DNA ancestry testing / family or familial genealogy databases. There is a DNA ancestry project where some scientists have mapped out the genetic code of different groups of people, and by doing a DNA test on you, they can tell you where you originated from, what part of the world. You can trace your family tree and relatives through genetic testing. DNAtribes.com. DNAancestryproject.com. tracegenetics.com. ngsgenealogy.org. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/list_of_genealogy_databases. familytreedna.com. ancestry.com. ancestry.ca. familyzarch.org/en/united-states. familytreemagazine.com/uncategorized/50-best-databases. isogg.org/wiki/dna_databases. snapshot.parabon-nanolabs.com/genealogy. Catching criminals using familial DNA databases. They get an unknown DNA profile from a crime and give it to a technician at a genealogical database who searches to find DNA profiles similar to the unknown criminal. They find the closest match possible, then search the family tree to find the likely criminal. There are several TV shows dedicated to this manner of crime fighting. Many of the criminals are dead by the time they figure out who it is, as with cold cases. African American Genealogy. accessgenealogy.com. afrigeneas.com, African American and African Ancestor Genealogy. afrigeneas.org. ancestry.com/aahistory/default.aspx, African American Family History. archives.gov/genealogy/heritage/African-American. blackquest.com/link.htm. blackrefer.com/genealogy.html. cindyslist.com/african.htm. dnaancestryproject.com. familyzarch.org. familyzarch.org. genealinks.com/africanamerican.htm. genealogyforum.com. goafrican.com. iceflow.com/downloads/articles/docs/linroar.html, Fayette County, Kentucky African American Family History Resources. in.gov/icpr/2757.htm, African American Family History Resources. pbs.org/wnet/alive/resources.html, African American Lives. rootsweb.ancestry.com. Reunions, family. Classmates.com, ideas for your family reunion. FamilyReunion.com. ReunionCelebrations.com, 800-586-2586, Reunion Business Consultants. ReunionFriendly.com, 800-225-5044, Reunion Planners. Reunions.com, 800-654-2776, National Association of Reunion Managers. ReunionsMag.com. MyFamily.com. FamilyReunion.com. ReunionsMag.com. FamilyReunion.com. FamilyBuzz.com. yourfamily.com/lost_family.shtml, look for a lost family member. ReunionIndex.com. Reunions Magazine. POB 11727. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53211. 414-263-45567. Fax, 414-263-6331. ReunionsMag.com. Chapter 2. A U.S. State Library Guide. State Libraries. State libraries are places you can contact for useful practical business, government, legal, medical information and just about anything else. If writing, preface your letter with State Library. dpi.state.wi.us/dpi/dlcl/pld/statelib.html, State Libraries. Alabama. 6030 Monticello Drive, Montgomery, Alabama 36130. 334-277-7330. Legislature.state.al.us. Alaska. POB 110571. Juneau, Alaska 99811. 907-465-2920. Elegis.state.ak.us. Arizona. State Capital. Number 442. 1700 W. Washington. Phoenix, Arizona 85007. 602-542-4159. azlg.state.az.us. Arkansas. 1. Capitol Mall. Little Rock, Arkansas 72201. 501-682-1527. arklg.state.ar.us. California. Library and Courts Building. Sacramento, California 95814. 916-654-0261. leginfo.ca.gov. Colorado. 201 East Colfax Avenue. Denver, Colorado 80203. 303-866-4799. state.co.us/gov_dir/state-leg. Connecticut. 231 Capitol Avenue. Hartford, Connecticut 06115. 203-566-3056. cga.state.ct.us/default.asp. D.C., City of Washington. Martin Luther King Jr. Library. 901 G St. N.W. Washington, D.C. 20001. 202-727-1101. dccouncil.washington.dc.us. Delaware. 43 South DuPont Highway. Dover, Delaware 19901. 302-739-4101. elegis.state.de.us. Florida. 500 Bruno St. Tallahassee, Florida 32399. 904-487-2651. leg.state.fl.us. Georgia. 156 Trinity Avenue. Atlanta, Georgia 30303. 404-656-2462. Allegis.state.ga.us. gaint.org/services/leg. Hawaii. 478, South King St. Honolulu, Hawaii 96813. 808-548-4775. Capital.hawaii.gov. Idaho. 325, West State St. Boise, Idaho 83720. 208-334-5124. State.id.us/legislat/legislat. Illinois. 300, South 2nd St. Springfield, Illinois 62701. 217-782-7848. Allegis.state.il.us. Indiana. 140 N. Senate. Indianapolis, Indiana 46204. 317-232-3675. in.gov/legislative. Iowa. E12th and Grand Sts. Des Moines, Iowa 50319. 515-281-4118. Allegis.state.ia.us. Kansas. State House. Topeka, Kansas 66612. 913-296-3296. ink.org. Kentucky. 700 Capitol Avenue. Number 200. Frankfort, Kentucky 40601. 502-564-4848. lrc.state.ky.us. Louisiana. POB 131. Baton Rouge, Louisiana 70821. 504-342-4923. Allegis.state.la.us. Maine. State House. STA 83. Augusta, Maine 04333. 207-287-5600. State.me.us/allegis. Maryland. 350 Roe Boulevard. Annapolis, Maryland 21404. 410-974-3914. mlis.state.md.us. Massachusetts. 341 State St. Boston, Massachusetts 02133. 617-727-2590. State.ma.us/allegis. Michigan. 717 W. Allegan. Lansing, Michigan 48909. 517-373-5400. MichiganLegislature.org. Minnesota. State Office Building. St. Paul, Minnesota 55155. 612-296-3398. leg.state.mn.us. Mississippi. POB 571. Jackson, Mississippi 39205. 601-359-6850. ls.state.ms.us. Missouri. POB 387. Jefferson City, Missouri 65102. 314-751-3615. moga.state.mo.us. Montana. 1515 East 6th Avenue. Helena, Montana 59620. 406-444-3115. leg.state.mt.us. Nebraska. POB 98910. Lincoln, Nebraska 68509. 402-471-3189. unicam.state.ne.us. Nevada. 100 Stewart St. Carson City, Nevada 89710. 702-687-5160. leg.state.nv.us. New Hampshire. 20 Park St. Concord, New Hampshire 03301. 603-271-29 2394. gencourt.state.nh.us/ie. New Jersey. State House Annex. CN 520. Trenton, New Jersey 08625. 609-292-6000. NewJerseyLeg.state.nj.us. New Mexico. 325 Don Gasper. Santa Fe, New Mexico 87503. 505-827-3800. Elegis.state.nm.us. New York. Empire State PLA. Madison Ave. Albany, New York 12230. 518-474-5355. Assembly.state.ny.us. Senate.state.ny.us. North Carolina. 109 East Jones St. Raleigh, North Carolina 27611. 919-733-2570. Ncleg.net. North Dakota. State Capital. Bismarck, North Dakota 58505. 701-224-2490. State.nd.us/lr. Ohio. 65 South Front St. Columbus, Ohio 43266. 614-644-7061. Legislature.state.oh.us. Oklahoma. 200 Northeast 18th St. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma 73105. 405-521-2502. lsb.state.ok.us. Oregon. Salem, Oregon 97310. 503-378-4274. leg.state.or.us. Pennsylvania. POG 1601. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania 17105. 717-787-5718. elegis.state.pa.us. Rhode Island. Number 208. State House. Providence, Rhode Island 02903. 401-277-2463. Rilland.state.ri.us. South Carolina. POB 11469. Columbia, South Carolina 29225. 803-734-8666. scstatehouse.net. South Dakota. 500 E Capital. Pierre, South Dakota 57501. 605-773-3131. elegis.state.nd.us. Tennessee. 403 7th Avenue North. Nashville, Tennessee 37243. 615-741-2764. legislature.state.tn.us. Texas. POG 12927. Austin, Texas 78711. 512-463-5455. lrl.state.tx.us. Utah. 2150 S300W. Number 16. Salt Lake City, Utah 84115. 801-466-5888. le.utah.gov. Vermont. 109 State St. Montpelier, Vermont 05609. 802-828-3261. leg.state.vt.us. Virginia. 11th St and capital SQ. Richmond, Virginia 23219. 804-786-8929. elegis.state.va.us. Washington. Capitol Campus. Mail drop AJ11. Olympia, Washington 98504. 206-753-5590. leg.wa.gov. West Virginia. Charleston, West Virginia 25305. 304-558-2041. Elegis.state.wv.us. Wisconsin. 816 State St. Madison, Wisconsin 53706. 608-264-6534. Elegis.state.wi.us. Wyoming. 23rd and Capital. Cheyenne, Wyoming 82002. 307-777-7283. elegisweb.state.wy.us. Chapter 3. A Genealogy Website Guide. Family Tree Magazine. FamilyTreeMagazine.com. Facebook.com/FamilyTreeMagazine. Twitter.com/FamilyTreeMag. Pinterest.com/FamilyTreeMag. YouTube.com/user/FamilyTreeMagazine. Major genealogy websites. Genealogy books are at number 929.1 at the library. apgn.org, professional genealogists. Ancestry.com. peoplespot.com/records/genealogy.htm, genealogy. peoplespot.com/records/obituaries.htm, obituaries. genealogyspot.com. rootsweb.com. worldgenweb.org, links to sites in every country. usgnweb.com. familyzarch.org. genealogy.com. cindyslist.com, links in 120 categories. genealogytoday.com. genhomepage.com, more than 4,000 links. peoplespot.com/records/cemeteries.htm, cemeteries. Genealogy websites 1. digital.cincinnatilibrary.org. digitalcollections.nypl.org. dp.la. familyzarch.org. familytreeuniversity.com. findmypast.com. genealogycenter.info. gengophers.com. hathitrust.org. loc.gov. memory.loc.gov. myheritage.com. mymcpl.org/genealogy. ocp.hul.harvard.edu/immigration. Genealogy websites 2. academicgenealogy.com. academic-genealogy.com. acadian.org, Acadian genealogy homepage. accessgenealogy.com. accommodation3star.co.za. acpl.lib.in.us/genealogy, Allen County Public Library Genealogy Division, Fort Wayne. afgs.org, American French Genealogical Society. The American French Genealogical Society is a genealogical and historical organization dedicated to the study and preservation of the French-Canadian culture. Afrigeneas.com, Afrigeneas, African Ancestor Genealogy. Afrigeneas provides leadership, promotion, and advocacy for the mutual development and use of a system of genealogy resources for researching African-related ancestry. allfamilytree.com. alumni.net. americanlegacymagazine.net. ancestorhunt.com. ancestralfindings.com, Ancestral Findings, birth, census, death, land, marriage, military, passenger, immigration lists and state records indexes in a chat room. ancestralquest.com. ancestry.com. ancestry.com/SSDI, Social Security Death Index. archive.org. archives.ca/ICA. archives.gov, National Archives and Records Administration. archives.gov/genealogy. arrangeonline.com, National Obituary Archive. Site offers a repository of obituaries and death records with more than 56 million individual entries on file. authenticorigins.com. bastards.org/search/rev.hdm, bastard nation. Genealogy websites 3. bcgcertification.org, Board of Certification for Genealogists. BehindTheName.com, Behind the Name, the etymology and history of first names. BehindTheName.com, find out the history of your name or search names by categories like English, Spanish, mythology, biblical names, African and more. british-genealogy.com/forums. byu.edu/ancestor.hdm, Ancestors PBS series. seecharity.com, Christine's genealogy website, African American focus, also chronicles discrimination against persons of color. cdc.gov/nchs/w2w.hdm, where to write for vital records. The links on National Center for Health Statistics site provide you with direct access to individual state and territory information. census.gov/genealogy. censusfinder.com. censuslinks.com, Census Links, resources to help with your genealogy research with a database of 7,102 links and 2,955 categories. census-online.com, provides links to U.S. and Canadian census information. chat.genforum.com. classmates.com. cogginsoc.org/cgs/cgs-cool.hdm, cool sites for genealogists. Colorado Genealogical Society features Cool Site of the Month, back files. cohsoft.com.au/afhc, Australian Family History Compendium, extensive collection of links concerning Australian genealogy. compuology.com. cooklib.org/johnrefer.hdm, genealogy referral page. cousinconnect.com. cpcug.org/user/jalacombe/mark.html, a barrel of genealogy links. crestleaf.com, Crestleaf. Crestleaf is a free resource that includes over 90 million ancestry records. cwgc.org, Commonwealth War Graves Commission, includes personal and service information for 1.7 million soldiers who died in the First and Second World Wars. Genealogy websites 4. cindyslist.com, Cindy's lists of genealogy sites on the Internet, more than 550 links. 900 links, categorized and cross-referenced, in over 180 categories. .ezio.com/cemetery, Cemetery Junction, site is about helping the genealogy community find information about their ancestors. dcs.hull.ac.uk/public/genealogy/gedcom.html, Royal and Noble Genealogical Data. dcs.hull.ac.uk/public/genealogy/royal/catalog.html, Directory of Royal Genealogical Data. deathindexes.com, online searchable death indexes and records, website gathers together links to online death indexes by state and county. distantcousin.com, directories, city directories for genealogy research. Old city directories help you trace someone's past. DNAancestryproject.com. ellisisland.org. ellisislandrecords.com, Ellis Island, New York, entry point for immigrants. ellisislandrecords.org, Ellis Island passenger lists. Between 1892 and 1924, over 22 million passengers and members of ships' crews came through Ellis Island and the Port of New York. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/genealogy. everton.com, Everton's genealogical helper. familycensus.com, Family Census. familyhistory.com. familyzarch.org, 800-346-6044, run by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, also known as the Mormon Church. familytree.com. familytreetchat.net/finding family tree. familytreeedna.com. familytreeforum.com. FamilyTreeMagazine.com, FamilyTreeOffer.com, 800-943-9593, FamilyTreeWriter.com, FFHS.org/IGS, 818-848-3122, Immigrant Genealogical Society. Genealogy websites 5. FGS.org, Federation of Genealogical Societies. FindAGrave.com, Find a Grave, Graves of Noteworthy People. FindYourFamilyTree.com, FRE-GENEALOGY-SEARCH.com. FreeWikimedia.com/en/wiki/genealogies.html. FrontierFolk.org/nickhco.htm, Kentucky. Gendex.com, Genealogy Index. Genealinks.com, Genealogy.com, Genealogy.com. Genealogy.com is a source for family history buffs to find genealogical research originally posted in Gen Forum and our most popular genealogy articles. Genealogy.gov, Genealogy.org, Genealogy Online, Chat, Database Search, Links, Host Name, Email Forwarding Services, Small Fee. Genealogy.wikia.com, GenealogyFinds.com, GenealogyForum.com, GenealogyGuys.com, GenealogyLinks.net, Genealogy Links, GenealogyPro.com, GenealogyRegister.com, Genealogy Register, the genealogy-research.com, GenealogyZarch.com, GenealogyZF.com, GenealogySpot.com, genealogyspot.com/features/gettingstart.htm, researching your roots can be a lifelong project. genealogytoday.com, geneanet.org, genebase.com, genealogy.com, genexchange.com, genforum.genealogy.com, gengateway.com, genhomepage.com, genhomepages.com. Genealogy websites 6. Jenny.com, Jenny, create your family tree and invite relatives to share. Gensurvey.com, gensource.com, geentrée.com, genuki.org.uk, UK and Ireland genealogy, comprehensive site covering genealogy and family history in the United Kingdom and Ireland. genuki.org.uk/big, resource for UK and Irish genealogy. genweb.org, genwriters.com, genwriters. globalgenealogy.com, gov-resources.com, airsearch.com, 800-663-2255, heritagebooks.com, heritagequest.com, 800-760-AGIL, heritagequest.com/magonline, history.navy.mil/faqs/faq19-1.htm, Navy Service and Medical Records, hrc-crest.com, 2gs.org, International Internet Genealogy SOC, in.gov/library/3076.htm, Indiana State Library Genealogy Collection, indgensoc.org, Indiana Genealogical Society, info.gov, informatic.uni-erlangen.de/html/www.person.html, German Nobility Register, info-yuga.org/hotlinks.htm, genealogical hotlinks, extensive links collection from Utah State Archives and Records Service. Genealogy websites 7. Interment.net, cemetery records on the Internet. The site is a resource of burial records and links to cemetery web pages. Browse over 2.8 million cemetery records across over 54,00 cemeteries worldwide online, all searchable. Special collections included veterans' cemeteries and cemeteries flooded by dams. irishsurnames.com, isleuth.com, isleuth.com/gene.html, italgan.com, the Italian genealogy homepage. JONAWAIGenealogy.com. Janus.com/gene. Janus.com/gene/rootdig.html. JewishGen.com. JewishGen.org, JewishGen, the primary internet source connecting researchers of Jewish genealogy worldwide. Kabbalarians.com/index.htm, what's in your name? KansasHeritage.org/research/inter-gen, Kansas Interactive Genealogy. kbyu.byu.edu/ancestors. KindredConnections.com. KindredConnections.com. Noex.com, public records database for a fee. comc.edu/gec/prof/genecomp.html, number sign pedigree, pedigree drawing software. LDS.org, Latter-day Saints Library. LDS.org/family history. Legacy.com, obituaries. LegacyFamilyTree.com, Legacy Family Tree genealogy software. LegacyFamilyTree.com/download legacy.asp, free software. Lineages.com. Lineages.com, Lineages, genealogy reference library and resource center built and maintained by professional genealogists who understand the needs of beginning researchers and experienced family historians. Lineagesnet.com. LithuanianGenealogy.org, KansasHeritage.org/research/dbd.html, genealogy research source list, 10 hundreds of genealogical links. loc.gov/rr/genealogy/other.html, local history and genealogy, Library of Congress listing of internet resources. LondonAncestor.com, London Ancestor, genealogy and local history in Greater London. LookUpUK.com, LookUpUK.com, the resource center for finding that lost friend or relative in the UK. Marvel.loc.gov, Library of Congress. Mayflowerhistory.com, Mayflower passenger list. Medaccess.com/address/vital_toc.htm. Midas.ac.uk/genuki, UK and Ireland genealogy. myfamily.com. myfamilyhistorydetective.com, distantcousin.com. myfootprints.com. myheritage.com. mymichigangenealogy.com. mynewyorkgenealogy.com. mytrees.com, mytrees.com, frustrated trying to find your ancestry? Search the world's largest family tree archive of its kind. nara.gov, National Archives. nara.gov/genealogy, genealogy page, National Archives and Records Administration, free genealogical publications. nara.gov/nara/menus/genealog.html. nara.gov/nara/nail.html. nehgs.org, New England Historic Genealogical Society. new-jerusalem.com/genealogy. ngsgenealogy.org, National Genealogical Association. ntis.gov/products/ssa-dmf.aspx, number sign manuals, Social Security. Genealogy websites 8. obituarieshelp.org, obituarieshelp.org, access newspaper obituaries and discover your genealogy online. obituary-archives.com. olivetreegenealogy.com. olivetreegenealogy.com/ships/toukp01.shtml, ships, passengers, church records, and land deeds. onegreatfamily.com. onlinegenealogy.com. personalhistorians.org. plumsite.com/care/registy.htm, International Soundex Reunion Registry. politicalgraveyard.com/index.html, political graveyard, the website that tells where the dead politicians are buried. prroots.com, Hispanic Genealogical Society. records.com. reunionsmag.com. roots.computing.com. rootsrecovered.com, tracing African American and West Indian roots back to Africa. Rootsweb.ancestry.com. Rootsweb.com. Rootsweb.com, Rootsweb, the website of the Genealogical Data Cooperative, offers several different services to the genealogical community, including web page hosting, search indexes and registries. Sa-genealogy.co.za, South African Genealogy. sa-venues.com. scottclans.com. searchforancestors.com, Ancestry Search, an interactive directory of over 400 genealogy surname search engines. searchroots.com. searchourgenealogy.com. sccurebooking.org. sfbr.org/public/software/pedra-w/dosped-drw, pedigree drawing software. surnamefinder.com. surnames.com. surnamesearch.com. surnamesearch.com, genealogy surname research in the United States and worldwide. Surnameweb.org, SurnameWeb, the genealogy web portal, the largest surname site on the web, search from over 1 billion persons. Now featuring 70,000 links to over 32,000 surnames, and over 201 name studies. Tartans.com, Scottish. Genealogy websites 9. TheCajuns.com, Cajuns, the site for Cajun, Acadian, Creole and Louisiana genealogy, history, and culture. theheadon.cac.psu.edu/tilde/royal/royalgen.html, royal genealogies. the-seeker.com. tribalpage.com. tsl.state.tx.us/lobby/genfirst.htm, Texas State Library. uftree.com. usgenealogy.net. usgenealogyexpress.com. usgnnet.org/usa. usgnweb.com, USGen Web Project, Internet genealogical materials organized by state and county. usgs.gov/fact-sheets/genealogy. usigs.org. vitalrec.com, Vital Records, site contains information about where to obtain vital records such as birth, death, and marriage certificates and divorce decrees from each state, territory and county of the United States. wallofhonor.com, American Immigrant Wall of Honor, the wall celebrates American immigration from its earliest beginnings until today, and soon even more names will be added. wa-wd.com, Who's Alive and Who's Dead, the site that helps you keep track of which famous people have died and which are still alive. wikipedia.org/wp/g/genealogy.htm. worldgenweb.org, World Gen Web Project, The goal of the World Gen Web Project is to have every country in the world represented by an online website and hosted by researchers who either live in their own country or who are familiar with their country's resources. worldvitalrecords.com. yourfamily.com, genealogy and family member resources. yourfolks.com. uririshroots.com. Genealogy websites 10. pbs.org/kbyu/ancestors, ancestors. Ancestry.ca, genealogy, family trees, Canada. Ancestry.com. Ancientfaces.com, ancient faces. cpcug.org/user/jalacombe/mark.html, a barrel of genealogy links. John Joseph Lacombe 2. geneazyarch.com/beginner.htm, Beginner's Guide to Genealogy. canadiangenealogy.ca, Canadian Genealogy. collectionscanada.ca/genealogy/index-e.html, Canadian Genealogy. Centre, Library and Archives Canada. interment.net, Cemetery Records Online. cindyslist.com, Cindy's list of genealogy sites on the Internet. Cindy Howells. dna.ancestry.com, DNA Ancestry, genealogy through the power of DNA testing. DNAancestryproject.com, the DNA Ancestry Project, trace your ancestry with DNA, Gene Base, Vancouver, BC. nationalarchives.gov.uk/documentsonline/doomsday.asp, Book, The National Archives, UK. Doomsdaybook.co.uk, The Doomsday Book Online, Jonathan Brusby, Birmingham. FamilyChronicle.com, Family Chronicle Magazine. academic-genealogy.com, Family Genealogy and History Internet. Education Directory. landing.ancestry.com/intl/canada/feeder/news.aspx, family history and genealogy search tips. familyrecords.gov.uk. familyzarch.org, Family Search Internet Genealogy Service. familytreeguide.com, Family Tree Guide to Internet Genealogy. familytreesearcher.com, Family Tree Searcher. fgs.org, FGS, Federation of Genealogical Societies. freebmd.rootsweb.com, FreeBMD Project. genealogy-search-advice-for Genealogy, Advice for Effective Searches. cousinconnect.com. genealogybeginnersguide.com, Genealogy Beginner's Guide, Douglas Moore. genealogy.com. genexchange.com, Genealogy Exchange and Surname Registry. gohotline.com/genealogy/index.html, genealogyhotline.com. genlibrarian.blogspot.com, Genealogy Librarian News. mindconnection.com/interests/genealogy.htm, genealogy master. Resource Center. archives.ca/02/020202_e.html, genealogy research, National Archives of Canada. genealogytoday.com, Genealogy Today. geneazarch.com. gendex.com, Gendex. globalgazette.net, the Global Gazette Online Family History Magazine, Canada. globalgenealogy.com, Global Genealogy and History Shop, Canada. onlinegenealogy.com, Journal of Online Genealogy. cas.usf.edu/lis/genealib, librarians serving genealogists. nic.edu/jasilty/fam_hist/famhist.htm, links for researching and writing family history, Judith Silty. 1911 CENSUS.ca, 1911 Census of Canada. deathindexes.com, online searchable death indexes and records. U.S., A Genealogy Guide. originzarch.com, Origin Search Genealogy Search Engine for family history research. origins.net, genealogy data for family history research in England, Scotland, and Ireland. progenealogists.com/genealogies.leuthb.htm, progenealogists family history research group, records retrieval and ancestry research. U.S. progenealogists.com/genealogies.leudhi.htm, international genealogy sleuth. rand.org/personal/genea, Rand Genealogy Club. lib.udel.edu/subj/genealogy, resources for genealogy. rootsweb.com, rootsweb.com homepage. ssdi.genealogy.rootsweb.com/cgi-bin/ssdi.cgi, social security death index interactive search. archives.ca/04/0420_e.html, tracing your ancestors in Canada. National Archives of Canada. tribaljunction.com, Tribal Junction. usgenweb.com, the USGen Web Project, homepage. worldgenweb.org, the World Gen Web Project. zeal.com/culture__issues/genealogy. Chapter 4. World Genealogy by Country. Australia Genealogy. Ancestry.com.au. Gould.com.au. British Genealogy. sog.org.uk. myheritage.com. genetic-genealogy.co.uk. rootsuk.com. nationalarchives.gov.uk. britisancestors.com. thegenealogist.co.uk, find your UK ancestors. ancestry-records.co.uk. familyrecords.gov.uk, British records. bmdindex.co.uk, death records. family-tre.co.uk. familyrecords.gov.uk/frc, Family Records Centre. ancestry.co.uk. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/public_record_office. genuki.org.uk. census.pro.gov.uk. gro.gov.uk, General Register Office. Canadian Genealogy. genealogyzarch.org/Canada. Canadian Genealogy.net. olivetreegenealogy.com/can/index.html. obituary-archives.com/Canada. acadian.org. afhs.ab.ca, Alberta. ancestry.ca. bytheods.ca/nbgs, New Brunswick. census-online.com, provides links to U.S. and Canadian census information. freenet.calgary.ab.ca/science/genealogy. genealogy.org. ingenias.com. collections.ic.gc.ca. ist.uwaterloo.ca/marge/genealogy/thevoyage.html, immigrants to Canada, 19th century Canadian immigration taken from government and shipping records. PIER21.ns.ca. islandnet.com/OCFA, Find Cemetery, Ontario, Canada. ingenias.com. rootsweb.com/CanWGW. Chapter 5. An Obituary Guide. Obituary websites. obitsarchive.com, Obits Archive, search newspaper archives for obituaries. peoplespot.com/records/obituaries.htm, obituaries. legacy.com. Search recent notices from 1,000 plus newspapers. cindyslist.com/obits.htm, Cindy's List, obituaries. rootsweb.com/usgnweb/obits, obituaries. rootsweb.com/obituary, obituary daily times. .ezio.com/catalog/semndx03.html, searchable database of 10,000 obits. obitcentral.com/obitsearch, obituary archive. Who's alive and who's dead.com, who's alive and who's dead famous people. deadpeople.info, is a well-known person is dead. recordsproject.com/death, the Records Project, death records in all 50 states. memorial websites/online obituary/online condolences. There are many memorial website services that enable people to create their own unique website in memory of a loved one who has died. There are a few worldwide free obituary websites where anyone can post an obituary. They sometimes call them tribute websites. In your local area, your newspaper wants a fee to post an obit in the hard copy of the newspaper, but it might be free online. Look for free local resource community websites to post the obituary to. Your local funeral home might have a place on their website for tributes. You can create your own in memoriam website. carlosahowardfuneralhomes.com/condolences. christensenhuffman.com, Christensen Huffman Funeral Homes. christianmemorials.com. currentobituary.net. davisfh.net/obituaries.aspx, Davis Funeral Home. dnronline.com/obituaries.php, The Daily News Record. earthmanfunerals.com/obits. eforever.com, a place to create a respectful, dignified online memorial. eternalportal.com. forevermist.com. friendsatrist.com, an online memorial and online tribute website. funeralplan.com. funeralplan2.com. gabefuneral.com/web-content2/obituaries.html. globalnetobituary.com. heavensmail.com/tributes. inlovingmemory.ie. inmemoriam.ca. lastingtribute.co.uk. last-memories.com. leavalegacy.ca. legacy.com is a way to find and post death notices and obituaries. legacyprinciples.com. carlosahowardfuneralhomes.com/condolences. lifeinlegacy.com. lifeastrand.net, free space to share pieces of memories. mem.com, making everlasting memories. mem.com, preserve family photographs of important events with mem.com. memorial.yourtribute.com. memorial2u.com, permanent online memorial websites. ilasting.com, offers paid and free memorial website services. memorialobituaries.com. memory-of.com. memory-of.com, create online memorial website to honor friends and family. memorypost.com. mfhonline.com/obituaries.aspx, memorial funeral home. mix.com/obituaries. muchloved.com, the charitable and free memorial website service. obits.lancasteronline.com. obituariesonline.com. peacockfuneralhome.com/online condolences.aspx. respectance.com, share your memories site. stareatfunerals.com. sysoon.com, funeral and memorial resource. theblltolls.com is an email death notification service and memorial site. theeternalportal.com. tolive4ever.com. wheretheaustraliansrest.com, a site to the diggers of WW1.